Hi everyone, it's Liliana, and today I want to walk you through this beautiful home behind me. We are situated at 1785 Murray Hill in Homewood, Alabama. And this home features 5 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms, and it's 7,217 square feet. As you arrive at 1785 Murray Hill Road, you're welcomed by a beautiful stucco entrance surrounded by mature landscaping and lush greenery, offering both privacy and timeless curb appeal. I want to mention that this home is a custom-built home and sits under just 1 acre of land while still being in the heart of Homewood. One quick fact is that when I became a real estate agent, this was my first open house, which is kind of crazy that I get to walk through the home and show you guys all the amazing details and how the architects were so intentional about building this home. So let's get started. One quick thing that I wanted to mention is that this mailbox has the same structural beam as the ones that we're going to see now in the front porch and upstairs with the glass railing. You guys will know what I'm talking about. Before we go in, let's take a look at this driveway. You don't only get one, but you get two. One directly to the garage, and then the other one directly to the front porch. Especially the detail in the greenery, it's so pretty, and it's one of my favorite parts of this home. Take a look how this entry looks. It's absolutely gorgeous. They created this concrete wide stairs that gradually take you to the front porch, and this was very intentional because they want to create a sense of arrival to the main living space. Let's take a look at these brackets here. These aren't just structural. They are a custom design feature that gives the entrance character and echoes to the modern style throughout the home. The oversized double doors, they do more than make a statement. They match the scale of the home inside. With ceilings over 2-story high, one door would just feel undersized. These warm wood doors create a striking contrast against the black steel windows and crisp white exteriors, balancing modern architecture with natural materials. And let's go into the great room. One of my favorite spots of the home, and I will have a lot. The architect intentionally designed the entryway so as soon as you walk in, you see the backyard and you see that beautiful plaster fireplace. From the great room, we're going to seamlessly transition into the kitchen, and I think it's one of the most impressive kitchens I've ever seen. The architect intentionally designed this kitchen to be entertaining as well as very cozy. The kitchen was designed to be both functional and beautiful. And there's a couple of details that I want to mention, but first, let's take a look at this fireplace. Instead of separating the kitchen with just a wall, the architect made this fireplace the structural piece, both in the great room and the kitchen. It creates a separate room, but at the same time, it feels cohesive and it flows effortlessly. One thing that I thought was so cool that I learned while talking to the owner is that instead of having 2x4 support beams, he has 2x6 support beams. So this just tells you how intentional he was about designing and building this home, that it's not just about how it looks, but it's about how it stands over time. So now let's walk into the kitchen so that I can show you all the details that I love about this kitchen. So starting with this 13-foot quartz island. The quartz was likely chosen because it's very easy to maintain and it's non-porous, it stands to everyday use. I also want to point out, sorry Oliver, I want to point out here the hexagon tile on the island. It's absolutely gorgeous. And as we walk in, you'll see these big windows that look into the chef's kitchen. We got brass hardware that contrasts very nicely with the quartz countertop. G&E monogram appliances. We are going to walk into the chef's kitchen. To your right, you'll see this huge commercial grade fridge. And as you can tell, again, they're very intentional about the way they made this home, and I keep saying that because it's so cool, the fact that they have this chef's kitchen, but at the same time they want to create a cohesive look towards the great room. You got a white cabinetry here, very sharp lines, and then take a look at the air vents. They were done very seamlessly. In general, I think this kitchen was designed around balance. The crisp white cabinetry and quartz create a clean foundation. The brass hardware introduces warmth, and the double-sided fireplaces anchors the space, connecting the kitchen and great room without interrupting the openness of the floor plan. Rather than making every square foot visible, this home layers its functionality. The entertaining happens in the front kitchen while the prep work takes place behind the scenes. Now onto the outdoor space. I love how the architect created this seamless transition to this covered porch, creating sort of another living space. You have so much privacy with this backyard. The mature trees help keep that privacy, and just listen to the peace and quiet you have in your own outdoor space. While talking to the owner, he told me that he intentionally created that outdoor space up there on the hill to be a putting ground. So if you're a golf lover, you need to come see this house. One thing you'll notice in the outdoor spaces is that everything that's supposed to be centerpiece, it's going to be made with this stucco painted white. Just like the front entrance where the address number is at. They created this beautiful fireplace, and just imagine having s'mores or having a get together or like a birthday party here. It's just so calm and peaceful. To my left, you have the primary suite, which I cannot wait for you guys to see. And now we're gonna go into the great room. And remember guys that you'll see this color a lot. Just like the kitchen tiles, they had this wall, and this wall actually runs all the way upstairs. One of the most underrated things about this house is that every single living space is surrounded by landscape. And you can see the changing seasons and just enjoy the greenery from inside your home in every living space, and I think that is so cool. So now we're going to the primary suite. Now that we've explored the home's living spaces, I'm gonna take you guys to the primary suite. And when you first walk in, it's the feeling that you get. It's like a zen, peaceful, calm feeling. And again, the main piece of this suite is this big floor-to-ceiling windows. One thing, Oliver, that I thought was so cool when I talked to the owner is that he told me that the steel frames were hand-welded to the glass because ordering windows this size were just gonna take too long. So he was like, let me just get somebody to hand weld the steel frame to the glass. How cool is that?
That's so cool.
Now we're going to look at this space right here. Architect and designer were very intentional about the color palette and the materials they use throughout the home, making the whole home feel cohesive, but at the same time, each room have its separation essentially. So again, the color blue, it's gonna be appearing throughout the home, as you'll see. Now we'll step into the spa style primary bathroom, which is one of my favorites. Take a look at this floor. It is the same tile that is used for the kitchen island. Color palette, material palette, everything is just the same throughout the home. And the first thing that I noticed is instead of putting artwork right here, they decided to just continue the windows from the bedroom and everywhere else onto the bathroom. Now, I don't know if people can see you from there, but it's still such a cool idea. I love this. One of the things that I find so cool is the symmetry between the double vanity and these custom oversized mirrors. From the double vanities to the spa style shower, it's just gorgeous. And again, look at the tile in the bathroom. Like everything is just so put together, so well thought. It's amazing to see a house with this attention to detail. It's just amazing. We have the toilet room. Again, same flooring as the rest of the house. And look at this closet, guys. It's just a dream, a girl's dream. One thing I found interesting is the fact that instead of putting carpet in the closet, which many builders do, they decided to just continue the wood flooring from the living spaces to the closet. One of the things that I've learned about touring homes like this, it's that it's not about using the most expensive materials everywhere in the home, but about using the right materials in the right places. And this bathroom is the perfect example of using the same materials that you use throughout the home, create a peaceful, cohesive look. One thing that you don't find in floor plans like this nowadays is a second bedroom in the main level. This could be for an office, for a kid's room, anything that you like. As you'll see, once we go into this room, you'll see that the attention to detail was not put to rest just because it's a second bedroom. Every room in this house feels like the main space just because of how pretty they designed it. First, before we go into the second guest bedroom, we're gonna take a look at this bathroom. And again, just look at the backsplash behind the sink. Absolutely gorgeous. And now, again, more natural light. You feel like you're surrounded by greenery even though you're inside the home, but that's because the floor to ceiling windows are just amazing. We got a closet, and let's take a look at this bathroom. Once again, custom oversized mirror, white countertops, the wood accents, the brass fixtures everywhere throughout the home. And if you look at the shower, the same theme applies. Now that we finished with the main level, let's head upstairs where you find more bedrooms, additional living spaces, and a beautiful glass railing. I'm so excited to show you guys this. Again, as we head upstairs, take a look at the fixtures, the flooring, the steps of the stairs, and again, the blue color, absolutely gorgeous. Instead of creating just a hallway to access the bedrooms upstairs, the architect created this beautiful gallery style that overlooks downstairs. And remember, I told you guys that downstairs wall was going to come all the way up. As you can see here, it just adds texture, and the house-shaped wall creates a little bit of an illusion. Now, this space can honestly be anything you would like it to be. We have a nice little reading bench here, and we are going to walk you through. There's 3 bedrooms upstairs. This is one of them. And as you can see, again, very much surrounded by landscape in every single room of this home. Now let's go into a Jack and Jill bathroom that connects both bedrooms. As you can see, once again, brass hardware everywhere, the white finishes, the symmetry, and absolutely love. If you're a woman, you know that this is the perfect way to get ready, because the natural light that comes in, you don't need a light, it's just perfect. We have a standing tub with the toilet room over there. And this is the other bedroom that connects the Jack and Jill bathroom. And once again, it's essentially the same size as the other one. And you get the view of the street. And again, natural light is not something that's going to be a problem in this home. And this is why I want to live here, because come on, it's just so gorgeous. Now we are back into the gallery style living space. And one of the things that I like about this is that the glass railing is most of the time used for luxury homes, because it creates safety as well as it lets the natural light in and it doesn't block it if you have other type of railings. And again, the home just flows naturally without you having really to think where you're going next. Again, we're surrounded by the windows, landscape and natural light. It's a big thing here, and I know I keep saying that, and I keep saying intentional. It's insane how intentional everybody that got to be a part of building this home was, because you don't see this every single day. At least I haven't. You get this beautiful closet. The contrast that this creates with the countertops, it's absolutely amazing. And as you can see, this matches the tile flooring in this shower head. And I'm telling you, every single room in this house has a window, which is amazing. Custom oversized mirrors, and you have your laundry. One of them, there's 2 laundries. And then once again, if you just take a look at this, imagine having get-togethers and family time here, and you're just seeing everybody enjoy this home the way that it was meant to. I know how much love the owner has for this home, and it's just, I wish everybody could see it in person. Amazing. And as you can see, these wood frames are the same ones from the outside structural beams that we saw that were exposed. These are the same ones. So now we are going to head to the basement. We have another bedroom, another bathroom, and we have a finished basement. And as you can see, as we go downstairs, the material palette continues throughout the home. Look at this hand railing, how pretty it is. And then we're gonna step into the finished basement. There's finished concrete floors. We're gonna go this way. And this honestly could be a great game room. If my husband were here, he would just love this. Yeah. So now we're gonna flow into this little closet / storage room, which is pretty big actually. It could be anything you want it to be. And then we'll head there now. Let's go and take a look at the bedroom and the bathroom and the laundry, which has a laundry chute. Look at this double doors. This could be a very calm, private office. Throughout the home, you'll see that they add details like this that contrast with the design. And this is the last bathroom. I told you guys the color blue is very prominent in this house. Look at the tile of this floor. Just absolutely gorgeous. I love the shape. I love how it flows through. And just take a look at this vanity. It's so pretty. And the tile here matches the tile in the shower, which is crazy. So now we're back in the hallway. The bedroom door, it was there. Now we're gonna go to my right, where the laundry, it's going to be the second laundry. Take a look at the backsplash, the brass hardware, the detail to contrast everything in this room. We also have a laundry chute, so you don't have to bring everything down. You can just throw it and it'll be good. So now this way, it's a hallway that goes to the garage, which I won't go that way because I want to take you guys through the other side. And now we are going to walk to The mud room, which again, you'll see, very intentional about the way they did this wall. And again, intentional. This house, if I could describe it, is intentional design. This is the garage, huge garage, and you have your own charging station for your electric car. So the other hallway is there, that's the door. And then outside, this is where we come out. This is the driveway again, which I think is so pretty. And then you have stairs that go up to your outdoor space. And something that I find that it's so pretty, and imagine when it's raining, there's this detail right here. I'm gonna get out of the way so that Oliver can get it. But it's this flagstone natural retaining wall that serves sort of like as a drain system. Because if you can see, it goes all the way from up there to down here. Then we have a drain right next to it. This door leads you to the front of the home and the garage. So if you have groceries, you can either go through here, go through the front. And honestly, standing here, looking up, I can't believe we just walked all that. I'm sweating. Well guys, that concludes the tour for today. I wanna thank you for watching. If you really like this video, just subscribe to my channel and I will see you guys soon because I am planning something else. Bye.